Hello guys and welcome to my channel. So it's been a while since I've done a review video and I've just received my first custom stamp from Stampit, and I thought why not take this opportunity to create a video about how I created this stamp. Spoiler alert, it is super easy, and do an unboxing because I haven't actually seen what's inside, and a review of Stampit. So I actually found Stampit just by googling custom rubber stamps UK, and it was like the first one on Google search. I looked at a couple of different sites, but their site in particular really stood out to me. It looked really professional and really crisp, and had lots of different varying options, and I thought why not go and use it. So first of all, I'll tell you a little bit about how I actually design the stamps, then we can get into the unboxing. So the first thing I actually did was I sketched up a couple of different designs. Now these stamps are going to be used in our Etsy shop on envelopes and packages, and also on our special Marshy Mail Club post that goes out in Patreon once a month. I use my iPad as my main drawing device, and I use an app called Procreate. So here you can just see some sketches that I had in mind. I actually went on Instagram and did a little poll to see which stamps looked the best. Once I got your guys' feedback on which stamp you would like to see, I then simply went ahead and outlined all the stamps with a simple black colour. I would recommend using a very solid brush, nothing with texture. You want the colour to be nice and solid and smooth so that it'll be perfect for the rubber stamp. If you want to know what brush I used in Procreate, head on to the calligraphy section, and I use my favourite brush, which is the script pen. I literally use this for everything. Once that was done, I simply exported it into Photoshop on my Mac, and I cropped them in and saved them as a PNG file, or you can also supply them as a JPEG or a PDF. I saved mine with a transparent background just to make it a little bit easier for the artwork team on Stampit. I headed over to Stampit and I went into their stamp collection. They actually do so many different ranges. They do embossers, rubber stamps, self-inking stamps. They also do really large stamps if you want to add them to like big packages. But I just wanted the normal custom rubber stamps, so I headed over to the custom rubber stamp page, and they had so many options with different sizes. So I actually browsed this page and then realized that I needed to actually measure the stamps that I wanted. I just got a ruler and I opened my Procreate and just measured the size of the stamp. So the stamps that I actually picked was this EW7, the rubber stamp in reclaimed vintage oak. The size was 50 by 30. This is the perfect size for the little corner stamp that I wanted for the two round ones I created. And the second stamp that I actually got was this 70 by 10 millimeter wooden handle stamp, but in acrylic. It was really easy to check out and use this website, so you could literally just upload your artwork on the stamp that you wanted, and uploaded my stamp like this, and it was really simple. It then allowed me to add to basket, and then this also popped up, which I actually added to my cart, medium ink eco pad. So I actually added a black one of these as well. I think I purchased two in total. So this was what my final total ended up looking like. It was $15.99 for the Please Do Not Bend acrylic stamp. It was £20.98 for two of the reclaimed vintage oak stamps, but I also added an ink pad into this as well, so that includes two stamps and an ink pad. And then I also added another ink pad just from their pop-up section, which was £6.35. So the grand total, if you weren't VAT registered, comes to £64.30. If you are VAT registered here in the UK like I am, the grand total after tax is deducted is £53.58. So proceeding to checkout, they had a number of different postal options you could choose from. I actually decided to pay the £12.99 postal cost for the DHL Express next day delivery, because I really needed to get these stamps to me as soon as possible, ready for my Patreon mail that was going to get shipped out. So this was a really handy option to have, and I was really interested to see just how fast this shipping would actually be, because normally with custom products you have to wait a couple of days before they actually get shipped out to you. So it was going to be interesting to see just how fast this managed to arrive to us. But you had the option of free free shipping with second class post, or you could get tracked shipping for $3.99, first class tracked for £6.50 in priority mail, which I believe would come pretty fast, and then it went up to the more expensive next day shipping options. But like I say, I did pay the extra £12.99. I don't normally do that, but I did need to get them in ASAP. So in the mail it just came in a basic white box just like this, and scored this just to have a look on the inside. There's actually no branding or anything on the outside box, but that doesn't bother me really. Oh, so this is the inside. So it isn't in wrapping or anything like that, but it doesn't need to be. It's rubber stamp. It's a rubber stamp, so it doesn't really need to be in packaging. But these are what they look like. So they have different like wooden choices on the website, and this is what it's looking like so far. So this is the Marshie Club one. We've got this black simple wooden stamp on the top here with their branding on that says Stampit. So that's the first one. And then we've got another black one here, which is the Happy Mail, as you can see here, on this nice wooden block. It feels nice and substantial, which is nice. Again, we've got the branding. And then we have the Please Do Not Bend. Rather than wood, this is on the acrylic, as you can see here. And then we also have this really pretty wooden colour for the handle here. So I didn't actually know what the difference was, whether it was just an aesthetic difference of selecting acrylic versus wood versus the different handles they had, but they did have multiple different options, and I just kind of picked what I thought would go with the size. I actually got 2 ink pads, and this is a smaller pad, and then I also got a slightly larger pad as well, which was around £6. So let's get a piece of paper and do a test of the stamps and see what the quality is actually like for these babies. Oops. Okay, so here I've got a few different materials to try this stamp out on. I've got the regular envelopes that we use here at Katnipp. I have got a glassine envelope which has a slight sheen to it. This is for the Patreon exclusive Marshie Mail Club. So I'm going to see if it actually stamps well onto the glassine envelope. We've got a regular pip box here, which is what I want to use the Do Not Bend sign envelope to, and we've got a piece of plain paper. So the first thing I'm going to try is the piece of plain paper. I'm just going to fold it in half so that it doesn't go through. I'm going to open one of these ink pads. It looks like this on the inside. These feel really good quality actually. Like when I feel the plastic and stuff, I know this is not a review of the plastic stamp pad, but this does feel very nice quality. Doesn't feel cheap. And I also like the way that it is a flippy lid, because if we are shipping products, we want to keep this nice and wet, and we want to prolong it as long as possible. Whereas if we had one of those lids where you had to like kind of take it off, I can imagine everyone leaving the lid off and it drying up a lot quicker during the stamping process. So I like that. I like the flippy lid. So first of all, I'm going to try, I'm knocking on my pretty background. First of all, I'm going to try this Happy Mail stamp. So I'm going to get it nice and juicy on the ink pad. Just give it a little wiggly there, get it nice and juicy. And it looks like it's went on nicely, and then we're just gonna press it down in place. Not too hard, just like a subtle amount. Oh yay! Oh my goodness, that looks so cute. Oh wow, that looks really nice. So this is how it's come across. Very clean around the Happy Mail, which I'm really excited about. Overall, that is looking pretty epic. The one thing I really love about stamps is actually the texture that they add to the paper. I am very impressed with that so far. Next up, let's try the Marshie Mail stamp. So I'm going to do the same thing again. Just going to press nice and firm, but not too firm. Get that ink on there. And then press it down on the paper, keeping nice and still as I'm applying pressure. Ta-da! And this is the Marshie Mail one. Here we can see a bit of the jagged line that has just leaked over. Maybe I put slightly too much ink on the pad. but how crisp is that looking? That is literally looking perfect. I can't believe how crisp and fine the lines have actually gone, especially with this Happy Mail. I was worried a little bit about, can you see this fine line we've got here during the arm and the envelope? I was worried about that getting lost in the detail, and when I stamped it down it would just be kind of a big black splodge. But here, as you can see, you can perfectly make out the details and you can see those fine white lines. So I'm really happy about that. And then next up we've got this Please Do Not Bend. What's really cool about this is having the acrylic one is when this is laid down on your desk, you can see which stamp this is. Whereas with this one, you have to turn it to be able to see what stamp you're working with. So one thing I would say is I actually think I prefer, although I prefer the look of a wooden stamp because it looks nice and rustic and traditional, I actually think use of purpose, I think the acrylic one is much better because when it's laid down on your desk, you can see exactly which design you're working with here. So I'm just going to apply pressure to the pad, and then we're just going to go right ahead here and place it down. I mustn't have put enough ink on this one, but it's still turned out nice and cute, but I haven't applied enough ink right here. Let's try and have a little experiment and try with the envelopes, which is what we're actually going to be using these for. So it's all fair and good at working well on plain paper, but what really matters is if it works well on the envelope. So let's get this Happy Meal one again, and I'm going to stamp it in the corner, which is where it's going to be. And ta-da! Works fine. This is similar to plain paper anyway. These are hardback envelopes here, so it's worked just as well. We haven't got as much ink on here, but like I say, I really like this texture, and I'm sure when your ink pad starts drying up, this will probably happen more often. But that is the front of that one, so that looks really cute. Let's try the pip box. For the pip box, let's do the Happy Mail again and pop it in this corner right here. Oh no, I didn't add enough ink to it. So maybe I need to apply a bit more pressure when I press down on this ink pad. I'm just gonna apply a little bit more pressure to get that ink up. You can just check underneath to see if you've got enough on. Then I'm just gonna plop it here and try not to wiggle it around too much because I don't want it to smudge. Ta-da! So we have this one that's a bit of an epic fail, but that is totally my fault for not putting enough ink on the pad. And then this is the Please Do Not Bend on the front. Let's get the Marshy Mail one and see how it actually applies to the glassine texture, with it being a little bit more of a shiny, smooth finish. So make sure I've got enough ink on there. And then where do I want to send it? Maybe in the corner here. So I'm just going to press down nice and firmly and peel off. So yeah, like I thought, because it's glassine and it's ink, you may need to get specific ink for this. It is wet on because it is a shiny surface. It's not really designed for that, but it actually surprisingly has worked out really, really well. The only thing you'd have to be careful is you'd have to be careful not to put anything on top of this until the ink was fully dry, but it has still applied nicely. But as you can see here, we've got some resistance going on just because of the coating of the glassine. The glassine itself is water resistant. So overall, I am super happy with how these turned out. I literally can't fault them. I think the price was very, very reasonable. The turnaround was super quick, and that's what we like in small business, because sometimes things can go crazy, or you have a new idea, or something breaks and you need things out ASAP. So even though I bought the special delivery, I really wasn't truly, because it's custom made, expecting it to genuinely be the next day. But no, with these it was the next day. So that is super handy. Loved how fast they were. Very, very efficient. In the packaging it was all nice and neat. There wasn't unnecessary excess packaging or bubble wrap or anything like that, and the ink pads work really, really well, which is good, and they feel really substantial and good quality, and only the test of time will tell if they're still going strong in years to come. 10 out of 10 would recommend. I hope you enjoyed this review video. It's been a long time since I've done a review video like this, so I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a little thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more reviews, unboxing and behind the scenes small business vlogs and studio vlogs. Alright then, thanks so much for watching. I love you. Goodbye.
Thank you.